You are now entering the world of a movie review. A world full of drama, joy, ridicule, movie spoilers, unpopular opinions, and adult humor for as far as the eye can see. Welcome to An Evening at the Movies.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to An Evening at the Movies. For those of you who don't know, this is the podcast where we eat the stale popcorn, we drink the watered down sodas, and we talk about all of our favorite movies and why we love them. Um, Joining us, as always, this week, everybody's favorite co hostess. Say hi, favorite co hostess.
Hi, favorite co-hostess.
I'm glad my co hostess could take a break from getting ready as they start the preparations for leaving Casa de Vampire, the
Yeah.
OG version.
Well, the next house doesn't look like a vampire castle, so I think Casa de Vampire is just over. I'll have to come up with a nickname for the new house.
Only because George got his way and you didn't get to paint the freaking inside of the swimming pool blood red.
It will be lit up blood red when the time is right. Don't you worry.
It better be, otherwise we're gonna have a freaking problem.
I already I made sure when we designed the pool that when we change out the lights that color will be reflected regardless of the color of the inside of the pool. So,
Damn right. So
yeah.
uh, we're still a little bit of lingering Halloween effects from Halloween Horror Fest. So you got a little bit of that before we get to the good stuff today. Well, not the good stuff because this week and next week we're doing something that's kind of sad and depressing, but um,
Yeah.
it's still going to be fun. So we're glad everybody is here to join us because um, I am currently pulling up my information to make sure I have the information correctly, but I believe it was I be
Allow myself
so
to introduce myself. That's what
yeah,
it's reminding me of.
co-host Amanda. Um,
That was from
yes.
Austin Powers.
Again, that's one of those movies. How in the hell are we almost 5 years into this podcast and we still have not at least done one Austin Powers movie?
Do not ask me. I know George would probably join if we did Gold Member, but I honestly the second one's my favorite. The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Uh,
Either way,
so,
they're funny.
so rumor has it that they're supposedly in the works for a part four,
Hmm.
and a big part of my heart and soul really hopes that they don't do a part four because there's one thing that's going to be missing from that ever since part two has totally been a huge part of that franchise,
Yeah.
and
Mini me.
you you can't have Austin Powers without Mini Me.
Yeah, I'm
So
sure. Hey, if we did Gold Member, at least when I'm singing the song and you say Gold Member, you'll have the right movie that time. It's Gold Member. It's Gold Member. For people that
I mean,
don't know, we reviewed Goldfinger and I got him to call it Gold Member because I couldn't stop singing that song.
she did. I totally fucked that up,
It was pretty funny.
and it actually was pretty funny because I swore in the pre-show jibber jabber I wasn't gonna do it, and then literally 2 minutes in, when I introduced the movie, the Gold Member. So, um,
There you go.
but brilliant idea so that we can get your significant other slash other half slash Andre the Giant back on the show.
Exactly.
Maybe next year when we do our theme year for 2026, um, one of our themes can be um, like movie spoofs.
Oh yeah. Does that mean we could do Spaceballs again?
I mean, we haven't video done Spaceballs before,
That's true.
so we could do that. We can do
Scary movie.
scary movie, um, Austin Powers. There's almost the majority of the month scheduled right there.
There's so many more, and I can't really think of them. But oh,
Anything directed by Mel Brooks,
crap! What's the one with Leslie Nielsen?
Naked Gun,
Naked Gun. Thank you.
um, one of the greatest,
Airplane. Speaking of
yeah,
Leslie Nielsen. Yeah.
one
So
of
okay, that's a good
one of the
idea.
greatest spoof movies of all time, Young Frankenstein.
Oh yes, it's Frankenstein.
Well, duh, but
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to add that to the list. That's a good plan. We have
so
37 years of movies lined up for you guys.
I mean, if you guys want to go back to the freaking, especially the beginning of this show and listen, there was like a whole 8 minute long segment at the end of every damn episode where I literally outlined everything coming up for like the next 6 months.
Yeah, I don't think you
So
need to do that.
I've gotten a lot better about
You have.
not doing that anymore.
You
And
have.
generally, I only go a month and a half into the future. We'll, we'll, well, no, I can't go any further than a month out now because, you know, 5 weeks out now is your birthday, and we still don't know what the hell we're doing for your birthday yet.
That's true. Just
So,
another reminder that we are taking suggestions for a movie for my birthday episode. The only criteria is it can't be something super serious. We're not reviewing Schindler's List or The Color
Shanna,
Purple on my birthday. Like it needs to be fun. But other than that, I'm pretty open.
oh, I tried to put the Green Mile on the list, and she shot that shit down
No.
just
I don't
like
want to
that.
cry sad tears on my birthday. Is that too much to ask? Jesus.
Well, I mean,
I'll be 46. That's enough to cry. No, I'll be 47. Fuck. Forgetting how old I am is enough to cry about. We don't need to add to it.
the maths are hard for that one.
The maths are hard. I forget how old I am. Like, it's just weird. So,
Oh, I mean, at the end of the day, people ask me all the time about how old my brother is, and I always screw it up
yeah.
because I don't know why. It's like he born in December of '78, so the same year you were.
Oh, yeah, he's my age.
I believe 5 days younger than you are.
I don't know. It just when I think when you get to this age, it just doesn't matter anymore. I think there was like a period of like 6 months where I told people, and I genuinely believed this, that I was 36 and I was actually 37. So now I'm about to be 47. Don't ask me how old I am. Anyway, more point of the
Oh,
story is we're accepting suggestions and we gotta get a good
yes,
one.
I've thrown out some suggestions.
You have.
Actually, a fairly long list of suggestions.
Last year's
Brandy's thrown out a
episode was
couple
really
suggestions.
good, so we got to figure out how to top that. Last year was just friends, right? Or was that the year before?
I believe so.
I think last year was just friends.
I
That was a
believe
fun
it.
episode.
I believe it was just friends, and then the week after that, we did Black Christmas, and um, our lives would never be the same again after
Yeah. Yeah.
that. Thanks to your dad.
Well, what are you gonna do? Okay,
Um,
so
I'm going
Anyway,
to let the listeners know a half an hour later what we're talking about this week and next week because it's so nice. We're going to talk about it twice. Well, not
womp womp.
nice, but um, we're going to pay tribute to somebody twice because. So, for those of you who don't remember, and the reason why we're doing this now and not when it happened is because we were smack dab in the middle of Halloween Horror Fest when it happened. So, but on October 11th, Diane Keaton passed away. To me, very unexpectedly because I didn't even know that she was sick, but she wasn't
Yeah.
very young either at the time. So, there is that too.
I mean, it was unexpected for sure because, yeah, like it didn't know. It's like who died recently from like somebody else died recently that had had cancer for a long time and we had no idea. I can remember who it was. It was a man. But it's like when you don't know people are sick, it's like
Yeah.
even though they're
Well,
older, it still is kind of like a shock. I mean, she wasn't 90,
no, she was like
78, 79.
something like that. The
Oh.
maths are hard for me.
But
Uh,
yes, we love
46,
Diane Keaton.
54 plus 25.
What?
54 plus 29 is, or 54 plus 25, 9,
Is 79.
70, yes.
Oh,
So
I was like, what are
you,
we doing right now? Okay, 79. Phew.
I was trying to do the maths and figure it out. So, but yes. So, when it happened, everybody's favorite co-host and I had a discussion about how do we pay tribute to Miss Keaton, and I do believe um, what we could have done part two because we haven't done part two yet, but we'd already done The Godfather,
Oh, yeah.
so we couldn't go down that road. And at the same time, yes, she was a part of The Godfather, but I don't necessarily think of The Godfather as a Diane Keaton movie.
Right. I mean, she had a bigger role in part two. So I would definitely choose that one over the first one.
Oh yeah, and she had an even bigger role in part three.
True.
So, but I feel like, well, so when we were discussing it, Amanda said we have to do First Wives Club.
Fuck yeah.
My thought was Father of the Bride, and neither of the two of us were willing to give any ground on what we wanted. So
We're doing both.
we're gonna do both. So today you're going to get First Wives Club, and when next you see us live, you will be getting Father of the Bride, the
Both
original.
movies are peak 90s cinema. So I think
Oh
we
yeah,
got to do it.
absolutely. And this is one of those ones too where like I'm a I'm sure it'll come up in the next episode that we record. But um, even as great as part one is, I still enjoy part two as well.
Oh, I do too.
So and it's a great ensemble cast, and Steve Martin and Martin Short are nothing short of amazing in those two movies.
As they are in everything they do together.
Oh, Three Amigos, Father of the Bride 2, that
Only
COVID
Murders in
Father
the Building.
that COVID Father of the Bride 3 that came out, Only Murders in the Building that I'm still working on getting caught up on, but I absolutely it's one of my favorite TV shows out there right now. So, but
Yeah.
yeah. So, we have to pay tribute to the late great award-winning actress Diane Keaton.
Yes.
So, with all of that said, um, First Wives Club, like I said, is what you're getting today and this week. And I will continue to ramble while I pull up my notes really quick because I have to bounce back and forth between 18 different things at one time. And um,
You could just go old school like me and write this shit down.
generally, I do write stuff down, but the last few weeks I haven't been in a quote unquote pen to paper
Mm.
mood.
You don't
So,
own me. I'm not just one of your many toys. So while you're pulling up your notes, at the Eras tour before like Taylor would come on stage, like right before she would do like the countdown, she would play a couple of songs at every show. And the first one was You Don't Own Me. And so every time I've watched like the live streams, and then of course when I went to the show, like always thought of First Wives Club. It made me so happy to hear that. And then the second song was Applause by Lady Gaga, which just gets you pumped the fuck up. But yeah.
well, you got to
I
get pumped the fuck up.
Yeah. I loved being in the arena and screaming, "Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to say."
All
That was
right.
fun to be a part of, is all I'm saying.
Oh, I'm sure.
Even
Like
outside of
her.
the concert starting, the whole place
Yep.
screaming that song, scream singing was like that was great to be a part of.
Well, and whether you're a Swifty or not, she is definitely one of those people that creates an atmosphere for her concerts that you have to experience, I would imagine, at least once in your life. And there are a handful of people that have done that before, but it's not an every artist kind of thing that happens. So
Yeah, I mean, she's definitely the one of this generation for sure. And it was an amazing experience that will still be one of the best nights of my life. And it makes me feel sad that I didn't get to experience like Prince. I wish I'd seen Prince in concert. Like, my heart breaks because I bet his shows were just phenomenal. So, go to concerts when you can go to concerts because you never know when somebody won't be around or when it'll be their last tour. Even though sometimes they say it's their last tour and it's not. George Strait paid a fuck ton of money for those tickets for his last show of his last tour.
so
Anyway, sorry.
since we have spent some time talking about that, I feel remiss that we need to go down a rabbit hole and revisit a moment from my favorite co-host recent history.
She's gonna do it.
No one likes a mad woman.
Okay, now hit us with it, Taylor.
My friend has guest Cassandra with Mad Woman every show.
Oh no.
My life.
Oh, I'm so sorry, buddy. Oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Damn it!
I'm so sorry.
You couldn't have saved this till tomorrow.
She couldn't wait. She didn't hear you were coming.
I feel like we
Uh,
need to stop showing that to people because I'm so fat. Nobody wants to see my fat ass cheeks flopping around the bed while I'm throwing a tantrum.
hey, I enjoy it just
Oh,
because the fact that you literally were like one day away
one day
from
away from my
having
mashup.
that moment, because it's something that you had talked about. I know you had told me a few
Yeah,
times
it is the
that
one I wanted real bad.
if I'm going, I need this to happen, and then it happened the night before.
Yeah. I'm like, I could literally walk to that stadium right now and listen from the outside. Like, she couldn't have waited one more night, but it's okay. My surprise songs were actually really good, so it was fine, but that was the mashup I had been waiting for. And I was very sad that I was in the same city and didn't get to see it. So
Almost
that's what my
literally,
tantrum was about. Sorry.
almost literally right across the damn street.
Yeah. She's there singing No One Likes a Mad Woman, and she turned me into a mad woman just for that.
So, speaking of the city that you were in, though, before we get to the First Wives Club,
Oh,
um, I I do have to say a huge shout out to an amazing baseball team, the Los Angeles Dodgers, who just the other night,
yeah.
Saturday night even, redeemed my heart and soul by sending those little rat bastards home with no championship. Not that I'm bitter, because I am not a bitter person.
Bullshit. Sorry.
As
I'm
as
tickling my throat.
as, as the lady wearing the Oklahoma City Thunder shirt coughs up a freaking lung.
Thunder up,
Um,
baby.
so hats off. In all honesty and sincerity, though, hats off to both of those teams because that series was a hell of a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
That was a
So
hard fought battle for sure. I mean, the extra innings in game 7, like to me, that almost makes it worse if you're the loser because it's like if you lose, like, 4-3 or like, or not, but like 5-2 or something like that. It's like
yeah,
that sucks, but you made it. But to go to game 7 in extra innings and be that fucking close and then lose by 1 run, it's like it was right there.
and
Like that would keep me up at night if I'm being honest.
that's not the only time they went to extra innings in that series either.
Right.
They played 18 innings in Game 3.
Yeah, I would I yeah, I'm turning it off. I'm going to bed. I'd be like, yeah, well, let's phone this one in. Let's
I did turn it
pause.
off and go to bed. I had Brandy texting me the whole time. It's still going. It's still go. I'm like, well, you can text me about it in the morning. And well, I stayed awake and waited for the damn text messages to come in. So
You don't
haven't
know.
made it all the way through Hamilton yet, but I got all the way through an 18 inning baseball game.
Shows where your priorities are. It's whatever.
Damn right. So, all right, no more rabbit holes, no more tangents. First Wives Club was released on September 20th, 1996. This movie is going to be 30 years old next year.
It's insane.
We old.
Yeah.
It was directed by a gentleman by the name of Hugh Wilson. It was released by Paramount Pictures. Had a budget of $26 million. Not,
Hmm.
I mean, I can imagine at least three people in that movie got paid.
Oh, yeah, those 3 women were not cheap in 1996 or probably ever, but definitely not in 1996.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, there really wasn't a whole lot else going on effect wise or even
Yeah.
cast wise that required more money. So
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
what
it's
they
New
went.
York City, and so you've got different places you gotta film, but other than that, it wasn't the music was good and probably, like, editing shit, but yeah, I gotta think a lot of that was the star power.
Yeah. It also had a box office of, that 18 inning game had. Brandy just texted me while I was trying to tell
So
everybody what the box office was. So, at a $181 million box office, and once Jeej leaves the bedroom, I
sorry.
will. Oh no, you're fine.
He had to ask me a question real quick. Going to th
Jeej, if we do gold member, will you come on?
He can't hear you now. I'll ask him when he
No.
comes back.
Well,
Talking to Tyson about the Alabama game. We're trying to save money, so I'm not gonna go. but they're going to go. He wanted to make sure it's okay if he goes. He's a nice husband. I've trained him well.
Oh, well.
George, Kasey wants to know if we review Gold Member, will you come on the show and do it?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Hi, Tyson. Bye, Tyson. Okay.
Is your girl?
Okay.
Your girl, she,
So,
What is Griffey's problem?
kids are getting out of school because it's conference week.
Ah,
So, while I quiet him down, I will let you put together an estimate for what you feel like the Rotten Tomato score for this movie is.
okay. Well, I feel like that if this were Rotten Tomatoed in the 90s, in 1996, I don't think people were still fully on board or ready for the feminist masterpiece that is this movie. Reviewing it now, I'm hoping people are kinder. So, tomato meter, I'm gonna go 72%. And popcorn meter, I'm gonna go 83%.
So, with all of that said, if somebody would lay down, you
Yeah.
weren't even fucking close
Oh,
at
wow.
all.
Where are they low? That's gonna bum me out.
So I have two scores. Your popcorn meter score was closer.
Okay.
On 50,000 plus reviews, the audience gave this movie a 68%.
Fucking misogynists.
Oh, you think you're mad now? This is the one that you freaking were not even in the same ballpark for.
Yeah, I'm scared.
The bonus is on 75 critic reviews. So it wasn't a whole lot, but this movie got a 49%.
Oh, fuck the patriarchy. Right in the asshole. That's what this is. Misogyny is alive and well. Nobody likes a feminist icon.
So
Okay, to be fair, I'm like 70% serious. But honestly, this movie is not 58%. Like, what in the actual fuck? This is a very enjoyable, fun movie that you can't really
49%.
40. Oh, fuck. What could they say so bad about it that it's 49%?
I mean, I can.
I,
Nowadays, people actually read about the box office gross of film. Does it mean something personal? Does it? Okay, whatever.
The only thing I could say, but it's the 90s, and this movie, even though it's not, it has a very Nora Ephron feel to it, like the music and kind of just like the way it is a bit overacted at times. That's the only bad thing I can say about this movie. What is so bad that it's got 49%? I'm gonna go check these reviews out later. Fucking fascists.
I would. I was going to pull up some, and
They're not
the
worth our
main
time.
the main ones that came up actually had a lot of good things to say about the movie. So
That's
like that
wild.
kind of sort of defeats the purpose. But so before Amanda lets everybody know what this movie is about, I mean, other than the fact that it says it in the fucking title, I will preface this by saying this was not a movie that in 1996 I was like, ooh, I
Oh,
have
I'm
to go
sure.
see this. I have to go see this movie.
Yeah.
I the only reason I went to see this movie was because the person I was dating at the time wanted to go see it, and I'm like, okay, easy date night.
Fair.
Yeah. The days when Aberdeen had a movie.
Okay, we're taking a walk for a second while we talk because I gotta let Jack outside. But no, that I don't even think I watched it in 1996. I probably saw it a couple of years later. But
So
wow,
I actually, this was like a heyday renaissance of me getting to see movies in the movie theater
right?
because generally right before this,
Sorry, everybody.
our movie theater was so out of date or outdated that we wouldn't get movies until like 2 months after they came out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So about this time, we had First Wives Club came out when it came out, like on release day.
Everybody's just doing a
Scream,
blind tour of my house right now.
Casa de Vampire, I will miss you. Um, I saw Scream release weekend. I saw People versus Larry Flint on release weekend, and that's one of those movies too. Tangent while Amanda gets reset back up again.
I'm good.
Everybody knows how much I can't stand Courtney Love, but in People versus Larry Flint, she definitely delivered a very surprising performance.
Yeah.
So
All right. Well, the First Wives Club. Um, again, yeah, it's a pretty simple description, but
they're not second wives.
despondent over the marriage of her ex-husband to a younger woman, a middle-aged divorcee plunges to her death from her penthouse. At the woman's funeral, her former college friends reunite for the first time in nearly 30 years. When the three discover the reason for their friend's suicide, they realize that all of their ex-husbands have taken them for granted and decided it's time for revenge. They make a pact to get back at their exes. Dun.
Yeah, I mean that's probably about the best way to sum up the whole plot of the movie without spoiling anything. And well,
Right.
like we said, this movie is almost 30 years old, so
Yeah. So
spoiler alerts all over the place.
since we kind of already touched on it, the first thing I kind of want to bring up is the fucking star power in this movie. Then, but even now, like all
So
of the
literally, just the four wives alone:
yeah,
Stockard Channing, Goldie Hawn, Bette Midler, and the late Diane Keaton.
like
Wow.
big box office money, big paychecks,
Yeah.
and Stockard Channing's only in the movie for like 3 minutes, but still. But
Oh, we're gonna get to that too before we wrap up this episode.
you just okay. So even okay in the 90s, you still got Maggie Smith, Stephen Collins, Dan Hedaya, Rob Reiner. These are all faces and people that we know. Elizabeth Berkley from Saved by the Bell, even though she didn't have a huge career, you know who she is. But then you think about,
Who else was in this movie though?
well, yeah. So then you've got other people who weren't that famous then, but that are famous now. Sarah Jessica,
Mickey.
huh?
Mickey.
I know. Yeah. Timothy Oliphant, Sarah Jessica Parker, Marcia Gay Harden, Victor Garber, who I've always had a crush on. Oh, he's one of my old guy crushes, but he's gay in real life, so I can't have him. I mean, even just like the J.K. Simmons is in this for a minute. Like, even just lower
Kathy
level
Lee
people that are,
Gifford.
yeah, Kathy Lee Gifford, Ivana Trump, who gave us one of the best movie lines ever in this
Don't get
movie.
mad. Take
Get
everything.
everything. So yeah,
Well, evidently she didn't take
watching it
everything.
clearly. I mean, in 1996, this movie had a lot of star power. besides the women, Dan Hedaya is coming off of Clueless. Stephen Collins is, is that actually? I think this is pre Seventh Heaven. Now that I think about it, it is. So he wasn't that famous,
Just
creepy guy.
no, but
This is pre
it's
Sex in the City, but Sarah Jessica Parker was still doing some stuff.
Seventh Heaven was literally like right on the horizon. Like there was a light at the end of the tunnel that was Seventh Heaven, and bam,
Yeah.
11 years later, then everything all comes out.
Ugh. But yeah, watching it now and recognizing all these famous faces that weren't that famous
Mhm.
back then is awesome. It's crazy. Which leads
Yeah,
me into my next thing. Could you imagine when I have always cringed at this part in the movie, but today it really like hit me how awful it must have been. Could you imagine being Sarah Jessica Parker, who's done like what, three movies maybe? She was in Footloose, she was in Honeymoon in Vegas, which may have been before or after this. She wasn't a big star yet.
before.
This is pre Sex in the City. Could
Yeah,
you
her
imagine?
career took off with Sex in the City.
Yeah. Could you imagine playing opposite the Bette Midler and having to make a fat joke about her to her face? I would die dead. Like, I
Nope.
don't think you could have gotten me to make that joke. I would love for somebody to interview Sarah Jessica Parker and ask her about that because I would want to crawl into my own body and die after having to say that line.
I mean, I
Oh God, I feel so bad for her.
I spent years in high school in the theater, and I understand the whole character, and it's not the real person doing it; it's the character doing it, and all. I mean, that's how we justify the whole how you can be married to somebody and kissing somebody else,
Right.
blah blah
But
blah blah. But still,
I would be terrified to call Bette Midler fat because she doesn't
because
play.
I don't personally, for me, I don't consider Bette Midler to be fat.
Oh, she definitely isn't and wasn't in that movie, but Sarah Jessica Parker was a twig, and of course her character is a
Oh,
dumbass
yeah,
little
she's
twit who doesn't know anything from anything. But
20 something, late 20s, early 30s at the time. And
oh, 20s, I'm sure.
yeah, well, I mean, she was what a high schooler in what 84 when Footloose came out. So
But yeah, I had such like secondhand embarrassment and then also like just wished I could give her a hug after I watched that again today. I was like, I could not imagine being in a room with Bette Midler and having to say that to her. Like
I
it's
honestly, if I was a female actress or actor, a female actor, I would have a hard time sharing camera time with any one of those
oh,
three women.
yeah.
I mean, they're all insanely iconic and some of the greatest female actors of all time.
Yeah. I know it's not the same, it's not as high of a level, but to me, that was, like, pretty close to as being as bad as being an actor and having to, like, call a black person the N-word. Like, not as bad, but, like, as a white person, if I were an actor and I had to do that in a movie, I don't think I could do it. I really don't. Like
Well, I seem to remember seeing a TikTok where I believe it was Jamie Foxx
yes, in
talked
Django, I think.
talked about Leo struggling to be able to use the N
Yeah,
word in Django.
and he was like, "No, give it to me. Say it, say it, say it." I'm like, "I don't
And
think I could do
again,
it."
back to the point of it's the character saying it, it's not
Yeah,
Leo saying it, and that's the argument that Jamie Foxx had to keep beating him over the head with is
right.
it's not Leo saying it, it's blah 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 blah.
I think for me, for that particular word, I don't know that I can make that word leave my mouth. I really don't. I mean, I guess if you're paying me a couple million bucks, I probably could. But yeah,
I still don't know if I could.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
like
I just,
it's
I
one of
don't think I
those
could. I couldn't look a black person in the face and call them that, even if we're acting. Like I don't think I could do it. So props to the
It's
actors and props to SJP for being willing to call Bette Midler fat right to her face.
yeah, no, I couldn't do it, and yeah, it's one of those that I've had strong enough mentorship in my life and people raising me that have instilled that kind of value in my brain that
Yeah.
that word shouldn't ever touch the tip of your tongue, let alone come out of your mouth.
If only more people had that mental block like we do. Um,
Considering, well, I mean, even dude who lives at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Um, no politics on an evening at the
yeah.
movies, though.
Okay, so sorry, I know I'm like talking a lot. There's one more thing I want to say while we're kind of on that subject about what you said about like I don't know that I could perform opposite any of those people. One of my favorite things in this movie is Elizabeth Berkley's character. I've already forgotten her name. I want to call her Monique because that's the character she's going to play. But, she's
Yeah.
so obsessed with Elise and she's like fangirling over her. And like she's at the play jumping up and cheering. Like, it's like she doesn't even make the connection that she's fucking her husband. She's like so obsessed with this woman. And I just really hope Elizabeth Berkley was like that in real life. Like, she had to be fangirling, acting opposite Goldie Hawn. Like, come on.
Well, and I can imagine coming off the movie that she was coming off of at the time.
Oh, Versace.
Because there was an awful lot of hype behind that movie, and that movie fell flat on its face.
So bad. For people who don't know, we're talking about Showgirls.
Yes.
It was awful.
Please, 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 people, I beg of you. You all know the rule on an evening at the movie. Do not ever request that movie.
Okay, I'd drunk review it though. Maybe I will do that. That might be my next TikTok adventure. Elizabeth Berkley's not a bad actress. She just hasn't gotten a lot of good opportunities, is my opinion.
Well,
And Showgirls did not help her case.
no, and unfortunately, Showgirls was one of her first big breaks.
Right. It was her first post Saved by the Bell thing.
Yeah. So, yeah, coming out of Saved by the Bell, having a lot of momentum with that going into Showgirls, which
Yeah.
I swear to God, Brandy, don't you?
Okay, well, if Brandy's texting you, why isn't she just commenting? Tell her to go to
Because the
YouTube and
because
comment.
the because the comments aren't coming up on the thing.
Tell her to do it
Um,
on YouTube. The Facebook ones might not, but the YouTube ones will. Go watch us on YouTube. Leave us some comments. Engage. Okay, so now on to if you have questions or an agenda. Those were the couple of things I was thinking
oh no.
about. It was like,
So, um, we kind of sort of briefly talked about it while you were doing your rewatch this morning, and I'm screenshotting and sending you what she
I
told
know what
me.
you're talking about. You don't need to. Oh, okay.
Um, but no, different.
Oh,
Um, so this movie definitely comes out of the gate hard in the dark aspect. I
yes.
told you I didn't directly say it, but I knew if she was watching that message was going to come up.
Okay,
Um,
but one of our theme months is like bad movies, so that definitely fits in. There
Razzies.
she is.
Oh God. And no, we cannot
Yes,
hear you now.
I can hear you now, Brandy. Okay, so yeah, dark. This movie starts off fucking dark.
Yeah. Uh, well, not the exact beginning of the
Well,
movie starts out dark because you get the graduation and hoopla and all of that, but coming out of the graduation into the present day, yeah,
Right.
it gets insanely dark really, really fast. Drinking and
I did
suicide.
I did not have Rizzo throwing herself off a building on my bingo card in 1996.
No.
Rizzo's too tough for that shit.
So that speaks volumes to the quality of actress that Stockard Channing is,
Yeah.
because even, and I'm not going to go back and bring up all the different times that she's played characters like this, but you look at like her presence as a whole, she comes across as a very strong personality.
I mean, up close and
Rizzo,
personal,
yeah,
she's like a
Rizzo,
fat bitch in that.
Rizzo in Greece came across as a very strong rock of a character, and also at the same time, by the end of the movie, she's very open and vulnerable.
Right. And same in up close and personal. She's this bad anchor bitch in the news and, has paved her own way, but then, later she's still just a real person and is trying to like pass on wisdom. It's like, sorry, I love that movie. It's so underrated. Man, Stockard
There's
Channing and Robert Redford both gone. Meh.
been the same.
But like,
Wait, Stockard Channing's gone.
isn't she?
Okay.
Yes. She died a while ago, my dude. I'm Unless I'm mixing her up with somebody else, I'm fairly certain she is no longer with us. I
Not
know.
according to this.
Oh,
She's
okay. Well,
81 years old.
I am insane and I am sorry. And can we please protect her at all costs? That is my bad. I really thought she died.
No, and once you started down that defense, I was like, maybe.
No, I'm mixing her up with someone else. Clearly, I really, I feel like never mind. It doesn't matter. She's alive and I'm happy. Um, I know that that moment in the movie is dark, but I feel like we needed it because there's really only like one other moment in the movie that's like that. This for the most part, this movie is really fun and cheeky. It's got some great one-liners, and even though they're all, sad about their husbands leaving them for younger women and whatever,
Yeah.
it's not that serious. So I felt like we did have to have like those couple of moments because that's a devastating thing. Yes, this is a funny movie, but at the end of the day, can that's a thing that was definitely happening and probably still happens, and vice versa, I'm sure. But when you devote your whole life to someone and they leave you for someone half your age and you've given them everything, it's like that's devastating. So
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't dwell on that moment for long, but I do think it was important to set the tone for what they were going to do in the movie.
Well, I mean, that's one of those things that I feel like you have to make a lasting impression to really set the stage. Otherwise, it just kind of sort of seems tongue in cheek
Right.
as to what's going on with the ending. Okay, it sucks, yeah, that your husband's cheating on you, your daughter's a lesbian, your kid's getting bar mitzvahed and doesn't want to learn the text, and
Hebrew.
yeah, all
Well,
that crap.
the lesbian thing wasn't bad to the mom. She was just, I love that the girl was using it to, it's like, I'm going to tell daddy at just the right time. And like right before he walks in that room, he's like, I can't take any more surprises. I'm a lesbian, a big one. I love that part.
Uh-huh. So, thank you, Brandy, for doing our research for us.
Yes.
We need to hire her and just have her do all the research for us,
I
and
don't
we
know
can just
why
keep
I
rambling.
thought that. Because I really
I
have
don't
like
know.
this strong memory of like watching her in an in memoriam thing. And it's like that time I had a strong memory of taking George's clothes to the dry cleaners and I never actually did it. My mind is, woohoo,
Well, wait till you're knocking on the door to 50.
I am.
Not as close as me.
Um,
So,
so this
okay.
movie had a lot of a good comedy, don't you think? Like a lot of it. It almost felt like an elevated like Three Stooges thing at times. Like some of the physical comedy was just, and
Yes.
like
Well,
the
like,
situational things like where they're stuck in the apartment and they have to climb out onto the window washer deal. Now, if it were me, I would have rather been caught. But
when someone reminds me of YouTube Live.
you're welcome, Brandy.
Well, I made a post early this morning that said what time and where we'll be at.
Womp
So
womp.
don't shoot the messenger, woman. Um. So, but yeah, it definitely, like, where they went with the darkness definitely set all. It also set up, like we said, it set the tone for what was going to unfold over the next 90 minutes of the movie. But yet, it also, I think, helped open the door wide for some of the comedy and stuff too, that we were gonna, like, Elise's plastic surgery that she gets in that movie. Oh my god!
Do it to me. Give it to me now. I need it. She's talking to her plastic surgeon.
And she ends up with
Oh,
freaking.
just
I,
gigantic collagen lips.
yeah, I was gonna say lips bigger than Steve Harvey's, but I didn't want to necessarily potentially offend anybody out there in the listening and viewing world. So, but
Well,
if
she
you've
said,
watched
I want
Family
Tina
Feud, you know
Turner.
how.
I want Mick Jagger. There
Next
she
step
had
up for her would have been Steve Harvey, but
Yeah. Hey, I'd kiss those delicious brown lips.
I'd kiss Goldie Hawn's lips too. Kurt Russell might kick my ass, but
Yeah, I think he would. I think he
yeah,
would. I would not want to piss off Kurt Russell.
yeah, there's like a handful of male actors that I would not want to piss off. Bruce Willis is one,
Yeah,
and the other would be Kurt Russell.
definitely.
And then Jackie Chan on top of it, just because he's so goddamn fast, he'd whoop my ass, and I wouldn't even know what the hell happened. So,
So, is there
spoiler,
anything about the movie you don't like?
there really honestly isn't, though. I mean, like I said, 30 years ago, I went into this I wouldn't even say half-heartedly, because I don't even think my heart was half into wanting to go to this movie.
I'm sure. Yeah.
So if something else was invested in this movie, it was not my heart. I will say
Womp womp.
that. Not going any further down that rabbit hole. But it didn't take long, though, for this movie to grow on me and start to realize, like, still at, you know 18, 19 years old, I think I was when this came out.
Mm, yeah.
um I don't think maturity wise I was fully at the right maturity level to
Yeah.
fully let the magnitude of what this movie was saying sink in.
Same.
But I'll definitely say this though. When I went back and rewatched it for the prep for this episode, this movie definitely hit a whole different way that it didn't hit 30 years ago.
Oh, definitely.
So I was more interested in the jokes and the ha ha and the entertainment value of it, and I didn't fully get behind the whole idea of just how bad women are treated in society. And still to this day in 2025, 29 years later, women still get mistreated and tossed around like freaking garbage. So,
Well, it's the expectation of youth, and they kind of make a mockery of it with Elise, but it's also like she's not wrong. She's like, the guy's like, "Don't you want to play someone your own age?" And she's like, "No, there's 3 ages for women in Hollywood, and I'm not ready to be driving Miss Daisy." And there's just
no,
this expectation that you have to be perfect, you have to be youthful, you have to be beautiful, and you can do all of those things and still get tossed aside for somebody younger and prettier, because there's always somebody younger and prettier.
yeah. Well, and that's again, that's one of those things too where
Mm.
body style, like if you're a plus size person, good luck getting any kind of substantial role in Hollywood
Right.
because there are very, very few Molly roles from Mike and Molly where somebody like Melissa McCarthy could take the role and run with it and make that character as iconic as she did.
Or like Chrissy Metz in This Is Us. And
Mm-hmm.
the biggest crux of Kate's character is her fucking weight. And it's like, I get it, but also could you not just cast her and have her just be a person who has other issues? Like, so yeah, if you're an overweight person like that and you get cast in one of those roles, it's probably going to be about your weight.
Mm-hmm.
I did see Chrissy Metz in a movie that was really good, and her weight was never a topic, which I thought was cool. But yeah, and especially like in
Yeah.
this movie, Elise is a Hollywood star. Her husband is this producer, and it's like, yeah, there's always going to be some hotter young ingenue that he can get his hands on. And so, in those scenarios, that's the shit that happens. And you can only do so much plastic surgery. You can only keep yourself young for so long.
Yeah. I mean, Father Time is a bitch, and Father Time is also undefeated in competition too. Father
And
Time will always beat your ass at the end of the day.
yeah. And I think it's important to note that in this movie, Bette Midler's character is supposed to be the chubby, frumpy one. She's not chubby. Like, I'm heavier than she was in this movie. Like, I mean, I'm chubby. But what I'm saying is, it's like she wasn't, she just wasn't stick thin like Sarah Jessica Parker or Elizabeth Berkley, but she was also close to twice their age. So it's like, that's
So,
that's how society viewed women and still views women to a degree.
so I'm out of practice definitely with the comments, so I'm catching up as we go. But um, Brandy is in full support of um, Chrissy being one of those iconic actresses as well.
Yeah.
So, but you no, I mean, even like one of the very first times I remember seeing Bette Midler in a movie was Ruthless People,
Mm-hmm.
and one of her
And her
hangups.
weight is a thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. That's
Well,
what you
no,
were saying.
that was what I was going to say. Was one of the hangups of her character in that movie is she's fat. Wow.
Mind you, her husband in that movie is Danny DeVito. I'm sorry. Have they had him look in a fucking mirror? He's not like, Rico Suave over there. And it's not Danny DeVito's fault, but it's just funny that he's
No,
rich,
he's
so he doesn't have to
freaking
be attractive. Whereas since she's his wife, she has to be skinny and attractive and all these things. And it's like, fuck you
There,
guys.
there's a reason why he got cast to play the Penguin in Batman Returns. Because he looks and he walks like a fucking penguin.
And like, luckily in this movie, well, I mean, not luckily, but I guess the men in this movie are all pretty attractive. Even Dan Hedaya, I think, is, attractive. I don't think
In a
he's
rugged way.
I don't think he's pulling a Sarah Jessica Parker unless he's rich, which he is. But like, it's just funny how the guys can be like whatever and get the hot wife, and then the hot wife still isn't hot enough for them. Bette Midler was hot in Ruthless People.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there was a lot of good-looking women in Ruthless People, and
Yes.
we need to find a way to get that one on the schedule too.
It's
So,
not for a lack of trying. I have been asking for that movie for years.
and I've been wanting to do it as well. It just I don't know why it ever just keeps getting pushed to the damn back burner. That's one of my all-time favorite underrated movies.
Me too. That one and Outrageous Fortune, which is also Bette Midler
Fucking
and
Judge
Shelley Long.
Reinhold is a fucking amazing in that movie.
Yeah, any chance I get to talk about Judge Reinhold, sign me up. Wow.
Well, all right. There's still a couple other Beverly Hills Cop movies we haven't talked about either. So,
I don't know about all
hey,
that.
I didn't say we were talking Beverly Hills Cop 3. Damn it!
So I think the thing I love most about this movie is that it is funny. It's got the feels, and at first it's just funny because they're getting revenge on their husbands, and it's like, yes, go girl. But then they kind of finally realize if that's all we do, we're not any better than they are. And so they use what they have going on, and they use the money that they get out of their ex-husbands to build this beautiful platform and this center to support women with depression and women that have been abused and just like all this stuff. Like,
Mhm.
they don't let Cynthia die in vain, and it turns out to be a really beautiful thing, despite all the, kick-ass badass bitch moments. It's like, at the end of the day, they do the right thing, and they really, like, come
It
together, and it's
becomes
just beautiful.
it becomes less about revenge and becomes more about empowerment.
Right. It's more about helping people. So,
And that ultimately, at the end of the day, is what I finally ended up getting out of that movie. Where, like, as a younger person watching this movie, it was all revenge.
hmm
Um,
and the
but
one-liners.
well, yeah, I mean, there's some great one-liners in this movie, but
You think because I'm an actress, I don't have feelings. Or Chuck, because I'm a movie star, I don't have feelings. I'm an actress. I have all of them. Goldie Hawn is so extra in this movie, and I love it.
yeah, I mean, I think other than the stuff that you brought up, though, one of my other favorite aspects of the movie is the fact that they find the perfect amount of cheese and deliver just enough cheese to make the moments in the movie more enjoyable, and they
hmm
don't go over the top and make it too cheesy.
Yeah.
Even like the whole um, song and dance routine,
Yeah. It was
because
cheesy, but it's iconic.
it was, but at the same time, it wasn't too horribly cheesy. Like, there's a reason why if you were on face or on not Facebook but TikTok when um, Diane Keaton passed away, that was one of the things that all the damn TikToks had was that song and dance routine
Because it's
from
iconic.
You Don't Own Me. Yeah. Um, I appreciate the fact that they didn't just give it to you at the end the way they gave it to you without setting it up with the
Right.
whole tease and the fail and all of that from like the middle of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that was funny.
So it definitely made it funny, but yeah, no, again, like Bronson Pinchot in this movie was cheesy as hell, but still, I laugh my ass off anytime Bronson opens his mouth because
Oh yeah.
I think he's the man that made me fall in love with funny accents as a kid,
Oh yeah, for sure.
going all the way back to Serge and Balky, and
Yeah.
it's weird to see him in something like Risky Business though, and see him actually use his legitimate voice. And I mean, it's like
Oh, I know.
the
It's so weird to hear him use his real voice.
yeah, it's like the same thing when like the I saw the one TikTok about the guy who thought Pat Morita talked with a Japanese accent or an Asian accent, and then to actually hear his voice and realize that he has no Asian
Right.
accent at all.
Yeah.
He sounds very American. So,
Yeah. I will say, even though their parts were small, I thought Balky and Professor McGonagall brought a
oh yeah,
amazing part to this. Like when she has SJP's character over for lunch, and she's like trying to compliment her, but trying so like she's like rolling her eyes and like trying so hard not to cringe at her. And then them at the art show, like even the secondary characters and tertiary characters, even in this movie, are hilarious.
yeah. I mean, it's a well put together movie from top to bottom.
Definitely.
It, it's an intriguing story. It's well acted. It's well directed. There, I personally don't think there's anything to hate about this movie.
Yeah, I don't either. It has a lot of heart, and you get the couple of dramatic moments that you need, because you got to have those. You got to have the part where the girls fight, and I do laugh when they all slap each other. But then, like I cried when Elise comes to Brenda's apartment, and she's like, "I don't want to be like Cynthia," like that really made me cry because she's like finally realizing,
Yeah,
she's an alcoholic.
well, yeah, and she's standing on a cliff right now, and she can either turn around and go back and not be that person and go over the cliff, or she can go over the damn cliff.
Yeah. She's still so funny. This is a golden globe. It's sacred.
Oh my!
Um,
I love the amount of no nonsense brilliance that Bette Midler brings to that movie, though.
oh yeah.
She's
As she
like
does everything.
as much of a quote unquote fangirl as she plays in the movie, and she's very got stars in her eyes and all of that, especially when it comes to Elise. But she's not putting up with anybody's crap.
Oh no, definitely not.
Even like her ex-husband, she's one of the first ones to really put her foot down and be like, "Fuck you."
Yeah. It's this or jail. Take your pick.
Yeah. Well, and she's got quote unquote the mafia backup behind her.
Uncle Carmine threatening to have him killed at their son's bar mitzvah is hilarious.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Again, it's like they push the envelope with the cheese, but they don't make cheddar.
but then the whole Uncle Carmine thing was necessary so that we find out that, he's crooked.
Mhm.
Morty is, got his start to his business with the help of the mafia by, all of his inventory was stolen off trucks, so that's important to Brenda getting what she needs out of him.
Yeah.
So,
So
um sorry, I'm pouring wine. Terrible. Um I will say
that's a big ass freaking box of wine, co-host.
it's not that big. I mean, it's I don't know. It's your standard what?
Hold on before you say anything
A
else.
Buddha box.
Would you say that that's a mega pint?
I would say it's a mega pint.
Okay.
This I didn't pour a mega pint. I should have, but
Mm.
I was gonna
Uh,
say though, watching it today when they perform the song at the end and they go outside and they're all walking down the street still singing and they're all wearing white, that made me tear up. That was kind of like thinking of, Diane Keaton being gone and like whatever, like that part of the movie definitely hit different watching it this time.
well, because that's one of those things where I don't think until, and I'm not speaking for you, I'm speaking only for me, but like with especially with those three, and there's probably other people I could add to that list as well, but I would say I never really felt like those three, like there was a life expectancy on, and I figured we're always going to have Bette Midler, we're always going to
Yeah.
have Diane Keaton, we're always going to have Goldie Hawn, and you know,
And we're
one
not.
down, two to go. Not trying to put that juju out into the
Yeah,
universe, but
let's not. Let's put all the protective bubbles around Goldie Hawn and Bette Midler because, yeah,
yeah, because at the same time, all three.
icons.
Well, I mean, even you throw Stockard Channing in there. I mean, they're all right in that late '70s, early '80s age range. So I don't know exactly what ages are, Brandy, if you're still watching. Um,
I mean, I think
that,
Bette Midler and Goldie Hawn have to be late 70s. I don't think they're in their 80s because I think Stockard Channing was probably the oldest one of those women at that time.
I actually want to say I think right after Diane passed, Bet was on Colbert, and I think she said she was like 82 or 83.
Oh, okay. All right, Brandy,
So,
search it up.
Brandy, if you're watching, please, please, pretty please, at least Bet Midler, so I know whether or not my estimation was correct.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm not. I mean, these three actresses, and not to disparage Diane Keaton, but Goldie Hawn and Bette Midler are in some of my most favorite movies of all time. And Diane Keaton too, but like Goldie Hawn was a staple growing up and
yeah,
is still amazing. Bette Midler, I mean, Beaches and Hocus Pocus are like probably top 20 movies for me, or at least top 50. I mean, they're some of my favorite movies, that I've seen a million times. Overboard and just I don't know, I'm just not. Oh,
so
both Bette and Goldie are 79.
oh,
There you go.
thank you, B. I appreciate it.
Thanks,
Um,
Brandy.
so, is there anything else you would like to cover before we get to our top fives?
No, I don't think so. I'll say my piece in the review, but oh, real quick, awards. Didn't really get nominated for anything. The American Comedy Awards, which is not something I know much about, but all of the women were nominated for funniest actress, and the movie was nominated for funniest film. But other than that, there was nothing else. So,
So, all right.
all right.
As always, ladies first. What do you got for us? And Brandy said, "I did. You did what?"
All right. So, for my top
I'm
5,
confused.
I I assume we're doing our top 5 Diane Keaton movies next week. So I did not do that today. I did top 5 female revenge movies. And I actually didn't check with you to see what you were doing, so I don't know. I'm assuming you're not doing the same
Not
as me.
female. Not
Okay.
female revenge movies.
All right. So honorable mentions first, and actually one of them is Ruthless People. um
Great,
so honorable
great. fucking movie.
Yeah. Honorable mentions: Ruthless People, She Devil, 9 to 5, and John Tucker Must Die. My top five. Number 5 is Thelma and Louise. One of the ultimate revenge plots. Sad ending, but also just a fantastic movie. My number 4 is a tie between two movies because they're basically the same movie. My number 4 is An Eye for an Eye and Peppermint. And Peppermint is way more hardcore, and she loses her whole fucking family, so it's different, but the plot is the same. Kid family gets killed, the killers go free, and the mom takes her own revenge. Badass movie. Number 3 is Gone Girl. Yes, Amy was a psychotic bitch, but you know what? Don't cheat on your wife. Like,
Yeah.
faking your own death to frame your husband for your murder because he cheated on you is top tier revenge plotting, and I'm here for it. Number 2. Oh, okay, sorry. I was like, what's my number 1? Number 2 is The First Wives Club. Love it. Love the revenge they got. Love the ways that they were able to seek it out and make those guys piss their fucking pants and then turn it into something good. So, and then number 1 is Promising Young Woman. And she not only gets revenge on the people who hurt her friend, she exacts that revenge on every man out there trying to take a drunk girl home and violate her. So, if you guys haven't seen Promising Young Woman, it's not like one of those big movies that everybody talks about, but it is fucking amazing. And what is that girl's name? Carrie. What is her name?
Underwood.
No. Carrie Mulligan. Carrie Mulligan plays the lead, and she is fantastic. So, yeah. Ultimate revenge movie. Love it.
So, okay, I kind of sort of went in the same direction as you, but didn't go all the way in the same direction as you, if
Okay.
that makes sense.
Well, I'm sure it will in a minute.
Well, no, because once I say the name of my list, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Um, I went with empowered female characters.
Ooh, good one. Okay.
So, um, my honorable mention list for this honestly could be a mile and a half long because
Yeah. Let's
there
keep it short.
are some great, like, I have 5 people on my list, and I feel like that's barely even scratching the surface for empowered female characters. So it's I'm not gonna lie, that actually might make a good interesting topic for the SIP list.
We've actually done that on the SIP list. I don't know if you were a part of it, but it's been done. But
Mm.
can always do it again. Part 2.
The list is long and distinguished, and
Exactly.
I mean it could definitely be uh so okay. My honorable mention number 1 is going to be Mulan
Yes.
from the movie Mulan. And then we'll go with one more honorable mention. And we'll go with Jasmine from Aladdin.
Yes. S- Especially in the remake, the live action, she is a badass. I
Yes.
know a lot of people don't love that live action, but I do, and I love Jasmine in that movie.
So, with that said, my number 5, shout out to a very early movie there be well, early-ish movie that we did or was recommended we do on an evening at the movies, but got delayed a little bit because I drug my feet. But it is what it is. Coraline Jones
Yeah, yeah.
from the movie Coraline.
I didn't even know she had a last name.
I remembered that. And let's see, number 4 was Ellen Ripley from the Alien franchise.
Get away from her, you bitch.
Huge, huge badass.
Yes.
Um,
Mm-mm.
Number 3, we're gonna go with a movie from just a few months ago, but this woman is definitely empowered, and she ain't taking no shit from those two little freaking snot nosed brats. And she's British on top of it.
Yeah.
So Mary Poppins. Number 2 is going to be The First Wives
Yes.
because I can't do this and not have the three of them on the list because they may not necessarily be on, you know, all these entertainment magazine lists and all that, but and I'm not gonna. I mean, I could have taken up most of my list by Bette Midler, blah, 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 and just listed them individually, but no, we're gonna group them all into one because at the end of the day, to me, the ultimate badass in movies is the girl on fire herself, Katniss Everdeen.
Definitely. Yeah. She
So,
is a boss bitch, and I love it.
so that was my list. And when we next convene, obviously, we rip the band-aid off and let everybody know that we will be bringing up our favorite Diane Keaton movies. So you have that to look forward to here in the next handful of days.
Nope.
So, um, all right. So if you were to give this movie a score out of 5, I feel like I'm shooting myself in the foot for asking this question.
I mean,
Because,
I am gonna be slutty with my ranking because of nostalgia, but also because it really still holds up. I mean, there's a few like maybe things that aren't very PC, but not much. And I feel like the comedy holds up, the performances do. It's a little overacted at times, but I also think that's part of the comedy. It's a little slapstick. It's got so much heart, and it's just a great, fun movie and funny story. It is peak 90s cinema. I said that before, I'll say it again. Feminism in the 90s, this is what you're looking for. I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 pearl necklaces. The real kind.
thank you for clearing that up because I could just see the comments after we post this on Wednesday that, oh my God,
The real kind
no,
from the movie that the 4 girls had with each other, or that Cynthia gave them.
I could still go in the gutter with that.
uh,
But I mean, I could have you clip that and we could send it to Papa Palpatine and see what he says. But
yeah. It's 5 out of 5 pearl necklaces. What? What?
so, okay, much like what my awesome co-host said, um, I really honestly don't feel like there's anything to hate about this movie. Um, Again, there may be some things that aren't as PC as today as they would have been back then, but for the most part, everything stands the test of time. I mean, it's still stuff that females are dealing with today that you would have thought we would have evolved from 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago. But, it right, wrong, or indifferent, I don't see it going away anytime soon. So, with that said, I think it's well directed. I think it's well written. I think it flows fairly well. The movie doesn't really lag at all. Like, it gets going quickly, and before you know it, they're dancing their way down, you know, through Times Square or wherever at the end of the movie, and it's enjoyable and it's well acted and all of that. I'm gonna go 5 out of 5. Steve Harvey big ass lips.
Nice. And his aren't collagen. At least I don't think.
No, well, it wouldn't surprise me with his freaking money, but you know,
They don't look collagen. They look all natural. Wow.
yeah. So, all right, so that was a lot of fun. Again, thank you, Brandy, for being our researcher and pulling up fun facts for us while we were rambling and
Ooh, sorry.
entertaining the masses. As for the rest of you, if you're watching live or tuning in Wednesday on new episode day, we thank you for being here each and every week. You guys are incredible. You are amazing. You are the reason why we keep doing this every week, sometimes multiple times a week. And we're almost at 5 years. I mean,
It's
the
insane.
the fifth anniversary will be here before we know it. And you know, something else just turned 5 years old too, even if it is on hiatus. So I would like to wish the currently hiatus sip list a happy sip anniversary
Well, we
because
are not hiatused for much longer. If you haven't
well,
been following the socials, the SIP list will be back in 2026, January, hopefully. Woo!
this would be a good place to have my soundboard so I can just hit the applause and
I know.
all of that. I got to get that figured out.
I'm going to get one. When the SIP list comes back, we're coming back hard with funny clips and soundboard things and all the other things. I don't know. Yeah, but the SIP list will be back. We are all very excited, and thank you everybody who has liked the show and has stuck around. And yeah, be prepared for some new lists and some new guests and lots of fun. And
And
yeah,
some old guests.
and some old guests. Some um, what was the? Never mind. I can't think right now. I've had too much wine too fast. The SIP list will be back with all the usual people and hopefully some new people as well. Um, so we're very excited, or I'm very excited. But
Well,
I think I speak for Kasey when I say we are very excited.
I'm excited. I missed being on the sip list, and um, I,
You can blame my house builder for it not being sooner.
and yes, everybody, Brandy has been here from the get go.
Thank you, Brandy. Yes, Brandy is an OG, and we love the OGs.
Brandy is
She's
probably
OG sipper,
the OG of the OG.
definitely. I can't wait to be in my new office and have the diamond painting that that Brandy made me right behind my head.
Uh, I know. I've got the yeah.
Well,
I've got it.
multiple diamond paintings actually, but I'm talking about the simplest logo.
I
So
believe she did a Michael Myers one for you too.
she did. She did a Halloween one and then one with a bunch of the serial killers, which those are going up in the media room. Um, but the simplest one will be right behind my head like it used to be. So, yes. Perfect product placement.
So once you get moved into the new house, we will expect a tour.
Yes.
So, um, so as always, coming up on an evening at the movies, though, we have a lot of fun stuff planned for you over the next month, and maybe by the time we get to recasting Rosemary's Baby, we'll know what we're doing for someone's birthday. I hope,
Yeah, I hope so.
because once we get to Rosemary's Baby, there's only one other episode in between that and your birthday, and that's the two movie discussion on Harry Potter and the Deathly Hollows.
I'll pick a movie by next week.
By next week or by Father of the Bride?
By Father of the well, yes, by the time we record Father of the Bride, I will pick a birthday movie.
Okay. So, but yes, so Father of the Bride next. After that, Shanna's back, and we're going to recast Rosemary's Baby. And then Mount Sitmore will be back with us to close out the month of November with a discussion on Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Part 2.
Very nice.
And somebody will be a part of that episode for the first
I
time
will be. Yay.
because
My
she
first Harry
finally
Potter episode.
she, she had to wait till the last one, but it'll be her first one.
Exactly. And I have to
So,
rewatch them, but
well, I mean, it's not like you watched them that long ago.
no, that's true, but I definitely need to watch them again. Like just the last
Well,
two.
there's a lot of stuff that happens in those last two movies.
Yeah.
And Brandy says, "I have ideas." He.
Uh-oh. For my birthday movie? Okay. Well, I'm open to
I
ideas.
gave you, I gave you the couple that she gave me,
Oh, okay. Then I have those. I'm keeping a
and I'm
list.
sure she probably has more. But we would like to get as many people to have ideas as possible. That way, we can include as many people.
Well, here's what we'll do. Oh, I'll put a small list together and we'll create a poll on the socials and people can vote.
Works for me. So, with all
All
of that
right.
said, we cannot again wrap up this episode because it is a tribute to Miss Keaton without definitely 100% saying rest in peace, Diane Keaton.
Yes.
Um, you will be sorely missed. Thank you for the wealth of entertainment that you brought to, I won't speak for my co-host, but my life, and I am
Definitely.
grateful
Mine
that
too.
I got to and grateful that I got to experience you on the screen. Um, with that said, though, I will turn the floor over to the co-host, and she can say her piece and take us home whenever she's ready.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching and listening and commenting and all the things. And we hope you enjoyed this episode and we hope you come back for an evening at the movies. Goodbye.
Drink Pepsi.
You don't own me. Don't try to change me in any way.